My name is Jean Niven. I'm an attorney in practice with the Merlin Law Group. I've had the privilege of practicing law for 33 years. I'm admitted in the states of Florida, New York, and Texas, and the federal courts in each of these jurisdictions. I'd like to talk to you today about a subject which should be near and dear to the heart of every expert, public adjuster, and attorney. That's the Daubert challenge. Many people think the Daubert challenge only deals with competency and whether an expert followed proper methods. That's really not the case. Let me give you two examples having nothing to do with an expert's competency, but in the one case the expert was stricken, and in the other his testimony was limited. In the first one, where it was stricken, that particular expert failed to update his resume. Yep, that's all he did. He didn't update his resume. The court said that failure to properly provide qualifications is grounds for striking testimony. In that case, it went to trial, and unfortunately, the plaintiff, whose expert's testimony was stricken, did not prevail. In the second case, it was a defense expert who failed to provide a comprehensive fee schedule showing what he charged for his expert report. The trial court said that's trial by ambush, not to allow the other side to understand how much you're charging. So the expert's report and his testimony regarding his report were stricken. If that doesn't scare you, it should. Remember that a Daubert challenge, that is something that goes before the trial judge. The trial judge is designated as the gatekeeper and makes determinations regarding the admissibility of evidence. If the trial court determines that the evidence should not be allowed and you appeal that, think about pushing a rope uphill. That's about how difficult as it is to get an appellate court to reverse a finding in a Daubert challenge, because the standard that's utilized is abuse of discretion. Very difficult to overcome. Unfortunately, not every expert is advised when they have succumbed to a Daubert challenge, and as a result, they improperly testify, which then becomes a matter of failing to be candid with a trial court. I recently read a deposition transcript. The deposition was taken by another member of the Merlin Law Group. In that case, she asked the expert, "Has your testimony ever been limited?" He testified, "No." I knew that wasn't the case because looking on Westlaw, I saw the name of the case and I pulled the information, I pulled the order, and I saw his testimony was limited. I immediately notified my colleague, so at the time of trial, that attorney could further query on why were you not candid and why did you misrepresent. Not a position you want to be in with a juror. Secondly, I recently took the deposition of an expert, an engineer, who holds a license in engineering and has 2 degrees in the field of engineering. Yet I was successful in getting his testimony limited. Why? Because he stepped over the line and testified in an area beyond his competence. He testified about meteorological data without having either a degree, a certification, or experience in meteorology. So you have to be very careful when you testify that you don't go beyond the area that you're competent, experienced in. In that particular case, the court determined that he was not allowed to testify about wind speeds at trial. The importance of that is that his opinions as an engineer regarding the mechanism of damage depend on what were the wind speeds on the date of loss. I'd like to close by suggesting that it's very important for an expert to himself go online and look at Westlaw. Secondly, that every attorney should be diligent in letting an expert know if they've ever had a Daubert challenge. And if they have, to invite that expert to provide significant evidence to use in the reply, because it will be that expert's livelihood that's in jeopardy. As in the words of that song, lifetime is a very long time, and that's how long, if you've succumbed to a Daubert challenge, it will be baggage. Your reputation, your credibility, and your paycheck are at stake. So take a Daubert challenge very seriously. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.